Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. I wanted to show you guys a short-term trading strategy using our bot. So let me just do this really quick. It's happening as we speak. So let's see if I can get it up here. Don't look at those trades. Those are other trades. We're going to specifically focus in on Bitcoin, getting an entry here, as I'm sure some people are feeling a bit of FOMO with the price of Bitcoin rising. And what I just noticed, I'm going to quickly do a quick little entry here. Again, if you want to learn how to trade, first step, sign up on BloFin, create an account. There's a link in the description below, and you can get our free course. There's a link there as well. So jumping into that Bitcoin trade based on the 1 minute time frame, just taking a little bit, anyways, getting back on why I took the entry. First off, I want to take a look at that liquidation heat map and notice that there is a thick node of liquidity at about $65,000. You can also notice we just hit that liquidity right there. What that is people getting liquidated long or short. Typically, that is going to be the longs getting liquidated, the ones who got liquidated over the weekend. And that leads me to my second thought here is that, the trap may have been set for Bitcoin, playing out the M formation. Gosh, I'm getting ahead of myself here. But we've talked about it, a lot of times there is what's called the weekend trap. Now, I'll get to that trade in a second here. The weekend trap. So over the weekend, right, everybody, including myself, is trying to decide, is the market going to go long or short? Maybe taking a position, maybe not. So as the market closed on Friday, Bitcoin was at 63,300. Instantly dropped off, getting a bit of a backfill. Broke the range. People got trapped. They sent it down, hit some liquidity down here, and bang, nailed that liquidity to the downside and to the upside right as we were opening up Asia last night. That's Sunday at 5 p.m. or 3 p.m. Pacific time. A lot of volatility, a lot of fun yesterday. A lot of people got liquidated, and now you can see this white 200 simple is basing out here, and you would expect that to be the support. Definitely don't want to close below here with volume and make a lower high. That would be, kind of a short-term reversal signal. What else do we have? This new indicator I've been using called the market cipher Fu Manchu. Anyways, green dot is producing on the 24-minute time frame. And shout out to Mr. Casper for giving me this trade setup idea. But we're alongside the bottom side of the range, and we are creating what's called hidden bullish divergence, where the price is making, price is making lower lows, 1, 2, as the momentum waves are making a higher low. And you can see it from this pivot as well. That, in fact, is a lower low on a candle body basis. You can just see a slew of lower low, lower low, lower low, and then the momentum waves are getting higher over time. And this is the third wave, or I don't know. I back tested this thing a little bit, but it's in confluence with some of my other indicators, which I like. So if this prints a green dot here, you would essentially be looking for the top side of the range, or at least the 618 from this pivot. And I'm actually going to go for the next batch of liquidity on the heat map, which is going to be at 65,000 bucks. Probably going to be a short stop at 64,000, where people are still relatively trapped from the weekend price action. Again, here's your trap box, and often what happens. I'm glad I brought this up here. So often what happens, the market maker is trying to get everybody screwed, right? They're trying to take your money. I mean, maybe not. Maybe they want to make everybody happy right now. Maybe they want the market to go up to induce more short sellers, but at a later point. But at this point, it does look like, we're making the higher lows, we're getting the higher highs. So are we going to get another week of continuation? We also had a big weekly close, but let me finish my point and look at that target here. Is that the 65,000 pivot, or is that the 65,000? 65,000 is going to come right here. You know, in this case, you know, close enough is going to be close enough for me on the first pass at 64,752. You know, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. But essentially, I think the way that strategy would work would be a trade setup, something like this. Going for the top side of the range. Bear with me just a second while I get the right tool out. Long. So if you had to take entry, no, that's a short. A real tight stop would be right under the white 200 simple, but I would, I'd probably give it some room, honestly, because, you know, what's the most painful route? Well, they're going to try and stop everybody out, right? So a lot of people are going to be longing. They're looking at this right now. The stock market's going up. People are longing from right here. So you want to see where are the stop losses really at? You know, if you're longing right here, a lot of people are going to put stop losses here because this is the next major node of liquidity. And there's that great old saying that, okay, if you want to get long on an asset, that's the security dog. You might not want to come by here unless you want to get checked. Oh, sweet little dog. We just haven't taught him how to be friendly to strangers. He's just not, especially not men. He's really not too friendly, but long story short, he's a sweet little puppy dog and likes to keep everybody in the office comfortable. All right, so next up, yeah, so long, you know, long ideas. Depending upon what time frame you are looking at, I believe this strategy would be something like this, and you would be targeting the top side of the range as your TP1. Right there at 64,000, TP2 is coming in at 65,000, and that is going to be your 1618 fib from the consolidation. So if you look at this, this bit of a setup, I'm going to get rid of this now. Who is it? Who? They came in? All right, I'll finish. Bear with me just a second here. Lots going on at once here. Lots going on at once here. And actually, that would make sense. So, you know, weekend trap happens, right? People go short right here, get liquidated. So the market maker likes to do these weekend patterns, right? Does this always start it out? So here's the weekend trap. Okay, bang, bang, bang. And then it's the reversal, right? So we want to watch out for that. If we start to close back below here and make another lower high on a 15-minute time frame, that would be a quick indicator of a short-term reversal. And that, in fact, we're going to head down to the bottom side liquidity on the higher term time frame, which is going to be, so you can always pull out the time frame and see where the liquidity is. There is some, of course, under there. Most of the stop loss is down there. And again, short-term bias is a little, one more stab up higher, and I'll line that up with the higher term time frames. But this node of liquidity at 57,175, if they want to come for it, well, they can. They can certainly do that. And we'll see if that lines up with any of our fib tools for the week. All right. Back on to that short-term trade setup. And the other feature I like about BloFin is they got this really nice drag and drop feature. So stop loss goes below the lows there. This is, again, very, very short-term trade setup, and actually I'm probably going to stretch it out just a little bit so I can add to my position if it does come a little bit lower. And what I found is there's a, very, very nice hit rate on the bullish divergence on the 24-minute and the 12-minute time frame. If you're seeing that, and I got this trade strategy from Mr. Casper. If you're seeing that, very, very likely going to revisit the top side of the range, which, look at all these wicks here one more time for today, for Monday. You also have that carry trade, which shows from the weekend, Sunday night to Monday morning. So Sunday at 3 p.m. and it's better seen on CMEs, I believe. But if, the chances of the market closing up from Sunday to Monday are very, very high. I'm just going to take a look at where. So we are currently negative on the day. And if we regain that white 200 simple on the daily, that would be another point for the bulls and possibly, let's see if this is not the right box. This is not the right channel. Nope. Don't want that one. And this is on Binance. So that is the right white 200 simple to reclaim. And you can see the liquidity is just sitting up there right for the picking on Bitcoin. On the 12-hour time frame, yep, indeed, you're going to see, some more ranging price action. And if they are going to send it higher, right, probably going to come down here first to 62.6 and then send it up, or vice versa. They're going to send it up here first and then come back down here. So what economic event could be happening this week that the market maker is going to make pricing shift? And I do believe I heard it today. It was the labor on Benjamin Cowan's show, the labor report. So we were right in the middle when it comes to the fear and greed index. And let's see, we talked about Bitcoin dominance last week going down to kind of kick off that alt season. And Bitcoin dominance is taking a leg down. And we did talk about it coming down to the green 55 as Bitcoin's going up. That's what we want to see. As Bitcoin's going up, Bitcoin dominance down. That is good for altcoins. And yeah, that's why we're pretty much seeing a sea of green today with AR. Wow, look at that trade playing out. That was in our Discord setup yesterday. Let's see if I can pull up a few of the trade setups from the Discord, which if you guys haven't joined, highly, highly recommend you do it. All the link and the information is below. Let's go for, where is it? Let's see what is on the board. And it's not going to give me any love here. Active trades. Let's see what we got. What do you got for me? A little bit of love here. There's a short trade setup on ARB, which is the sister of Mr. Ethereum. Again, these are all to be taken with a grain of salt, and you add your own TA to something like this. Personally, the way these short trades tend to work out is you take a run at the stop loss, it hits the stop loss, and then the move plays out. So just be aware of that on the short term, on the short trade setups. Store J, and vice versa on the longs, right? Oftentimes you will see something like this happen. So you want to combine your own TA with these signals. It's not a guarantee to work out, the hit rate and whatnot is posted here below, but this is a continuation signal, it looks like, on a 4-hour time frame for Mr. Store J. I want to see if this one has any bearing. Declining volatility. The RSI is right in the middle of the thing here. We're getting the green dot. That's a bonus right there. That is confluence with the indicator. Store J is not one of my favorites, guys. So take it with a grain of salt there. But that would be just back to the top side of the range and pretty normal price action, if you ask me. definitely wants to take out these highs first, and TP1 and 2 are always a much, much higher hit rate. So, you know, the way I recommend these, in fact, is just going for TP1 and TP2 and, you know, maybe leave some on the trade if you go for something like that. And Ethereum short trade got blown up. So there's an example of when it doesn't work in your favor. And XLM did go ahead and hit TP3. So not bad there. And I believe the TRX trade, that's the short trade setup. We've had this one posted for a long time. Has not hit TP2 yet. So, you know, definitely something to keep our eyes on. NASDAQ making new all-time highs. And I guess I'll follow it up with Bitcoin and Solana. Bitcoin and Solana. That looks good on the short-term time frames for a bounce back to the top of the range. I bet you Bitcoin is doing the same thing as we discussed. Probably an injective, another leader. Actually, I'm going to take a trade on this one as well. So you can see now Bitcoin up 3%. The SUI trade is up 11%, but this account is building pretty quick here. And what did I just say? I wanted to take the trade setup on injective. I think this one still has quite a bit to go. You know, again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but this one was very, very strong in the bull market. And to me, that looks like a bit of a bull flag. And when it does break, you know, likely to do some damage out there. Let's see if I can pull up the old Twitter chart. Give me a little. That didn't work. Twitter charts. Oh, no. That went back to something completely different, but for trading's sake, you can see this trade is beginning to set itself up, and we had a TP here at 63,720. So I will take some off there for this short-term trade setup, and then let the rest run. So that's how you get some of the bigger moves out there. So all I do is go 50% at, I said 63, what did I say, 63,520? 63,720. And you type it in right here, 63,720. Great. You're going to hit close. And so that's only going to take half the position off, just in case, you know, the market wants to go a little bit more for today. And we were talking about the 1618 fib. Where's that lining up with off of this consolidation? I guess I'll go back to the regular chart. Make it a little cleaner. All right, how do I make this bigger? How do I hide the other chart? I don't know if I can. I guess I'm gonna have to go to the other chart here, and just checking in on NASDAQ, the only one that hasn't made new all-time highs yet. The S&P is up there, the Dow is up there, and you'll notice the Nikkei and the yen pulling back finally. So this morning when the market was down, you know, the Nikkei, the yen was going up, or vice versa. I'm not really watching that, honestly. This is another important one, and as long as total can hang above 2.13, that's another point for the bulls on altcoins, right? So total market cap is going to be more, you know, generally it's the total market cap, all the coins out there. But this is something I wanted to see, and I'm going to check in on ETH BTC. We've been watching this one for a long time. And I really, I was telling a friend last night, I think now that everybody has kind of let Ethereum go by the wayside, this is likely the time that it sneaks up on people and surprises people. I don't think it's dead. I don't think it's dead, but yeah, just real simple analysis for ETH, Bitcoin. Again, this will generally be bullish for altcoins, and you'll expect a bounce up to the 382 at a minimum, right? So that's another point for the altcoiners out there. Okay, Popcat making new all-time highs today. Casper on the, if it is going to put in a higher low, this likely is where it is done from. Would not be surprised to see one more test down. I think I'm going to leave you guys with that. It's been a little bit of a long one. I hope you have a blessed one. The critical level for Bitcoin today to recover is that Y200 simple. And if we do see momentum cross down, let's see on my other chart here. Here it is on the daily. This is the one I wanted. I know it's a lot of charts, guys, but most specifically, the daily stochastic will cross down below 64,354. Now, this is in the critical zone. On the daily time frame, the market is trending. We just got to get above this high, guys, at 65,000 bucks. We saw the liquidity there. The liquidity is lying. It is sitting there right for the taking. And so I guess the question is, do we break the, do we break the range and make a higher low on these shorter term time frames? On the hourly time frame, if you're looking for more immediate continuation like I am, right, hoping for the best here, right? There's the range. We broke above it once. Came back to test the 618, the golden pocket. This is where we're looking for continuation. Immediate continuation, guys. That's the name of the game. Otherwise, short-term correction is fine. Doesn't ruin the market. But that in general, you'd look for that 1618 fib off a consolidation like this. And that's all the way up at 66,347. Where would that bring us on the day? And, things don't happen in a straight line here. But we do have those bullish divergences on the 24-minute. We got the green dot, and now the next sign or revelation of greendom is going to be the flip. This money flow, this red part turns to green. By the way, this indicator is free. You guys can get it for free and start trading along. I love it. I just added it to my stack. And you get it by going here to indicators, and you type in V. There it is. Vu Manchu Cipher B divergences. It's free. Check it out. All right, that's it for today. Again, short-term bias, a little bit of up. Hate to put my foot in my mouth here, but if we do form the bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, which is printing as we speak, essentially, if we don't defeat this high today, if we do not defeat the high today, which I imagine it's going to be hard to get above there. I'm flipping my bias, short-term bias, flipping around, and I am going to get that injective trade finally. Okay. There it is. There it is, 50-50. Huh. There we go. We're in. Yeah, so this is a topping signal. I mean, mixed signals. And I would expect a bounce from this level. Definitely a bounce from, that would be the area I'd probably be looking for if we are going to get that immediate continuation to the upside that everybody's looking for. Otherwise, I think the more likely thing is that we come up here and tap this line right here. Yeah, what is that, 65.6? And we do a little something like this, bang, and then come back down for the real shakeout, maybe along that trend line. Control Z. Let's see if we can line that up with any fibs. want that one. And let's see here. So we come up, tap that liquidity right there at 65.6, and then the retracement back down. Could be all the way down to 57.5, and let's see if that is where the other liquidity is. Funny, this heat map's really been helping me out. 57.5, I think, is on that daily liquidity. Nope. A little deeper, monthly. That's the monthly liquidity right there. So, interesting stuff. We'll be keeping an eye on it every single day this week. Make sure you like and subscribe and tickle the bell so you can be informed when the next video comes out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.